This is a follow-up to our previous Mark Zuckerberg video. Did he have a change of heart, or is he just doing what is safe according to business? I'm going to love to hear from you guys in the chat below because I care what your opinion is. We're going to go down both sides of this argument and see if Zuckerberg really changed about free speech, or is he just covering his buns? I'm John Mike Keene.
With you, Judge. It's a great question. I mean, I think it's clear that Zuckerberg has a legal obligation to maximize shareholder interest. So he's clearly calculated that repositioning Facebook as a politically neutral company is the right thing for him now.
He's saying it's the right thing for him now, but why does he believe it's right? Is it because he believes in free speech, or is it because he just has to be accountable to his board of stockholders?
You saw him unburdening himself of some of the baggage that has weighed down Facebook in recent years.
And everyone on Facebook will tell you this, especially people on the right. In general, they have old ladies, grandmas, my relatives on Facebook afraid of what they can post about certain subjects. And that's the brand of big tech, is your users are afraid of your censorship, of your draconian things that you'll do to remove unsafe posts. That goes for every big tech company in the world. What's your brand? Is it free speech or is it censorship? Right now, all of them are censorship, but X and Telegram.
It's important to remember that, Mark Zuckerberg had a very strong free speech orientation after the election of Trump. He said, even, as a Jewish American, I still defend the right of free speech, including Holocaust denial. After NGOs and other groups led a boycott against Facebook, he then imposed much more censorship, including censorship that was demanded by government agencies.
So on one hand, Mark Zuckerberg has said he believes in free speech, even to a point of Holocaust denial, which is considered the holy of holies. And then he is complicit with them. He did act in censorship and expressed regrets in a video we've already shown. But is his change sincere?
So I think it's a great moment. I think one of the lessons is just that the price of free speech is eternal vigilance. These guys had a sweeping program that involved FBI, DHS. It was election interference, by the way, by FBI, CIA, former CIA officials. So I think we're all more aware of it now. We need to remain aware of it.
He has publicly said that he is not going to donate to the Democrat Party, which he gave $400 million last time, not to the party, but to basically do their will. He is coming out on the side of Mark Zuckerberg has a past of free speech, and it seems like he's shoring it up. He's good friends with Elon Musk, and I think Elon Musk is leadership and an inspiration for their platforms on this subject, that I think Mark Zuckerberg likes Elon Musk's brand, at the very least from a business standpoint.
It's quite the scandal, and I think that this hopefully signals that such a thing won't happen again.
But here's the other side. This lady says, don't believe Mark Zuckerberg. Again, you tell me who won this argument.
And I would caution people on our side who want to hold big tech accountable from taking a victory lap, because Mark Zuckerberg is not dumb. He is absolutely hedging his bets here, because what he's done is he's assessed, well, I'll say, a regulatory landscape, and he's determined, hey, I'm not going to really face any real consequences for my platform eagerly acquiescing to government demands to censor free speech of Americans.
So there you go. Is he a lying lizard? Like he's just saying, I'm not going to face consequences and I got to do this public thing, but really I'm going to continue to stop free speech?
Look at the Supreme Court. In June, they had a decision and they rejected the state's attempt to permanently stop the collusion between the Biden administration and big tech companies. They kicked it back to the states.
Does Mark Zuckerberg fear the court decision? Is he afraid of future having to go before Congress like he already did and not have a good excuse? Or did he really change? My sense is he really changed, but I want to hear from you in the chat.
And Mark knows Democrats are liking this right now, so they're not going to do anything about it. And then Republicans, establishment Republicans, all they're going to do is offer another strongly worded letter. They're not going to do anything. And meanwhile, Facebook is going to call a defiant Trump holding up his fist in the air just after he's been shot misinformation.
That's one thing that Facebook could turn around right now, is allow people to post that Trump picture and people will instantly understand understand that you're not pro-censorship. We're going to go back to one of those committees that questioned Mayorkas on colluding with big tech. The question here is this what Zuckerberg fears?
You are not pressuring the big tech companies to take down accounts. You are not meeting with them to ask them to censor on your behalf.
That is correct. We are not.
The federal government may not use private third parties to engage in activities that are unconstitutional. That's exactly what you and this administration are doing. You are leveraging private companies to carry out censorship on your behalf. It's dystopian, but worse than that, it's unconstitutional.
It's also false.
Mayorkas was lying there, perjuring himself. He was under oath, and he needs to go to jail just for that.
It's hard to know exactly what they were talking about, but I think people should understand that the Department of Homeland Security created multiple censorship initiatives, including one that was sort of hidden and deceptively labeled a cybersecurity initiative, another one that was operated out of Stanford and 3 other institutions. So there was a censorship industrial complex that was fully operating. I think if Kamala Harris is elected president, there's a strong risk that it will return.
That's the real danger. If Kamala Harris wins, free speech will be gone. Guys, tell your friends, free speech is on the ballot.
But I also think we should give credit where credit is due. And Jim Jordan's committee produced one of the biggest successes of anything that's come out of this last Congress in really holding the feet to the fire of both government agencies and social media companies.
You're right about that.
The Twitter files, the Facebook files. I think it's important to recognize victories when we have them.
Here, Michael Schellenberger makes a great point, because I don't think if Jim Jordan didn't do what he did, this is what inspired Mark Zuckerberg, and I don't care whether if he wants more profits, because free speech ought to be very profitable, or if he has a change of heart. My sense is he wants to be known for more free speech than censorship. But what's important is what you guys think. Is Mark Zuckerberg doing it for the money? Or did he have a change of heart and truly embrace free speech? And also, do you still support Trump to support free speech? I'm John Mike Keene.